Very good morning, my dear student. So, in this second video, I'm going to explain you about the brief introduction about the lubrication. Okay, so what is the importance of lubrication using in an IC engine parts? Okay, so the normally the lubrication is used in IC engine because the main function of this lubrication is to reduce the power losses by minimizing the friction between the two mating surface. Okay, so this is the main function. That is the main function of by using the lubrication. It will reduce the friction between the two mating parts of an IC engine. Okay, and the second main function is lubrication is also it will also prevent the decrease of an wear and tear of an ice engine parts. Okay, and also it is used as a cleaning agent. Okay, these are the three main function of an IC engine. Okay, so I told so definition of this lubricants is the substances which are what you are using in an IC engine, that is called as lubricant. Okay, so lubricants are those substances which are used to reduce the force of friction between the two sliding surfaces, is called as lubricant. That may be oil, grease, whatever may be. Okay, so this is about the definition of lubricants. And what is meant by lubrication? So lubrication is a process or it is a technique employed to reduce the wear and of the on the surface in closely proximity. Okay, and moving related to each other. So this is about the process that is to reduce the wear on the surface of the ice engine part, is called as lubrication systems. Okay, so there is a lot of difference between their lubricant is different, lubrication is different. Both are used to control or used to reduce the friction between the two surfaces only, but the word is different. Okay, so how this lubricants are made? What is the composition of lubricants? Okay, so typically contain 90% of base oil and less than 10% are some additives. Okay, so additive means they will improve the quality. Okay, so second one is non-liquid lubricant contain like greases, powder, graphite, molybdenum, disulfide. Okay, these are the some non-liquid lubricant, and those non-liquid lubricant provide an lubrication at the high temperature up to a 350 degrees centigrade, and these lubricants are used in a very that is a racing cars. Normally these are used in a racing cars. Okay, so what are additives? The additives, nothing but these are the properties of a lubricant can be improved by adding certain chemical. Okay, so additives are the some substances which are adding to the lubricant oil to improve the quality or to improve the some efficiency or to improve the property. Okay, so additives may be the antioxidant, foam depressant, corrosion inhibitors, detergent. Okay, oiliness improvers. Okay, these are the some additives. Okay, next one, what are the different types of lubricant systems which are used in the IC engine? Okay, what are the conditions? So here the first condition, that is the first type of lubricant system, is dry lubrication system. Okay, so here as the name indicates, dry means nothing we are using. Okay, that is a full dry, though no lubricant present between the surfaces between that is a no oil film as shown in the diagram. Okay, so boundary lubrication system is also called as a thin film lubrication system. So this condition is found on a machine slide way. Okay, that is a lathe, cross slide, milling machine, table. Okay, so when you are in a fourth semester, you are having that machine shop, that there is a cross slide in between, that we are using some oil. Okay, that is oil, that is about the thin film lubrication system. Okay, so what are the main objective of lubrication system? So the main objective but the main function of lubrication system used in ice engine is it will reduce the friction resistance between the two surfaces, and it will reduce the wear on the bearing surfaces. Normally it is normally employed on the bearing surfaces. Okay, it is a sliding movement. Third one is to protect the bearing surface from corrosion also, and to carry away the heat from the bearing system, and to reduce the noise from the moving component of a machine. Okay, so these are the main objective of lubricant system. Okay, next one is what are the lubricant methods? So what are the different method of lubrication system to apply the IC engine? Okay, first one, you can use directly oil can, oil gun. Okay, with the help of oil can we can put it to lubricant in IC engine. Oil gun also will be there. Grease packing is also there. Wire wick type is also there. Bath type is also there. That is also called as a splash. And circulation, that is pressure. These last two are working is there for your syllabus. We will study in the next slide. Okay, so these are the different methods of lubrication system. Next, what are different types of lubricant system which are used in normal vehicles? Okay, so first one is the animal oils, that is a from animal fats, that from that we can do the lubricant system. Okay, so vegetable oils from the plant seeds. Okay, mineral oils, that is hydrocarbon obtained from the minerals, synthetic oils, grease, dry. These are the all the different types of lubricant which are used to reduce the friction between the two mating surface of an IC engine. Okay, next one, what are different types of lubricant system? Okay, so solid lubricant, semi-solid lubricant, liquid lubricants, synthetic lubricant. Okay, in solid lubricant we are using wax. Okay, so mica, molybdenum. Okay, so that is some of the solid lubricant. Okay, so I think you know this wax. Okay, already everyone use it. So semi-solid lubricant means grease and Vaseline. Okay, so these are the two comes under semi-solid lubricant. Okay, third one is liquid lubricant, that is mineral oil, vegetable oils, animal oils, they will come under liquid lubricant. Okay, synthetic lubricants. Okay, so these are silicones, organic animals. Okay, imines, amides. Okay, these are some synthetic lubricants. Okay, these all are used in different types of machines. Okay, so these are the different types of lubricants which are used in the IC engine, but these are sometimes they are using normal vehicle, either normal machines, heavy vehicle, low vehicle. Okay, so depending upon the vehicle situation, these are the different types of lubricant systems are used. Next one is this is very important, the properties of lubricant system. Okay, so there are eight properties of lubricant system is there. First one is the viscosity, that is the resistance of a liquid to flow. Okay, so this is the first property. Second one is oiliness, ability of the lubricant to stay in place between the two bearing surfaces. So that is about the oiliness. Now the stability, okay, retention of the property as long as possible, is called as stability. And volatility, so here it shows the evaporation behavior of a lubricant at high temperature. Okay, and also a good lubricant should be a low volatility. Okay, so emulsification, so it is a property of a lubricant due to which the lubricant oil mixed within water to form a emulsion, that is the lubricant as well as some little amount of water we can use as a lubricant system, that is called as emulsification. Okay, next one is a corrosion stability. So the main properties of this one is it is a properties of the lubricant which is represent the resistance toward the metal. Okay, a good lubricant should not take part of corrosion system. Okay, so next one is the thermal stability. A good lubricant must be stable towards the heat. Okay, these are the some properties of lubricant system. Okay, so this is very important. If you understand this slide means or that lubricant part is completed. Okay, so main function of lubricant systems are keep moving parts apart. Okay, so to reduce the friction between the two meeting surface and reduce the friction, this is very very important. And transfer the heat from one system to another system, some situations. Okay, and also it will carry the away contaminants and debris. Okay, so it will take the some amount of lubricant to pass in all the IC engine, and it will also sometime it will also transport the power and protect against the wear and prevent the corrosion. These are the main function of using lubricant oil in an IC engine. Okay, not only IC engine, all the machine parts. So this is very important slide, last slide. So many students are very confused what is coolant, what is lubricant. Okay, so this slide clearly understand what is mean by coolant, where to use coolant, where to use lubricant. Okay, so coolant is the first difference between the coolant and lubricant is basic purpose of coolant is to take away the generated cutting heat from the cutting zone and thereby keep the cutting zone temperature low. The main use of coolant is to maintain an optimal temperature of an ice engine. But in the lubricant, the basic purpose of lubricant is to reduce the coefficient of friction between the rake surface for cutting and the chip. So it will reduce the friction between the two mating surfaces. That is the main use. Okay, coolant is used to reduce the heat from the IC engine. Lubricant is used to reduce the friction between the two mating surfaces. Okay, second difference is coolant acts as a generated heat. There is a generated heat, it cannot be reduced the rate of heat generation, but here lubricant can reduce the rate of heat generation. It has no influence on removing the heat that is already generated. Okay, and coating on cutting tool has no role as coolant, but here the coating layer on cutting tool sometimes acts as a lubricant also. Okay, to act as a good coolant, the cutting fluid should possess a high specific heat of capacity, and here to act as a good lubricant, the cutting fluid should possess a very high lubricity. So these are the main difference between this coolant and lubricant. Okay, just to understand this, coolant is used to reduce the heat, lubricant is used to reduce the friction between the two mating surfaces. Okay, so this is about the difference between coolant and lubricant, and short in overview of this lubricant system. Okay, so I hope you understand this lubrication system. Okay, so just to lubrication nothing but it will control or it will decrease the friction power between the two mating surface, and also it will control the wear and tear of an all the parts of an IC engine by using lubrication system. Okay, so there is a difference between lubrication and coolant is used to reduce the heat generated in the IC engine, produced in the IC engine. Okay, but lubrication is it will control or it will decrease the friction between the two mating surfaces. So it's called as that is the main difference. Okay, so I hope you understand this. Thank you.